So, another day, another nonsense TikTok trend. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Hope you guys are doing well today. Back at it again with another video. If you have not subscribed, guys, click that button for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, my Patreon, my merch, my TikTok, Murad Murali, and let's get straight into this video. So we have another trend on TikTok, and I do not want to see any white fragility as we go into this video from anybody watching this video. I'm just putting that out there right now. We're not going to have that conversation here. Please don't be in the comments talking about, it's not all white women. Why do you hate white women, Murad? What is going on? Why do you just stop playing the victim and distracting yourselves from the people who deserve the empathy and the attention? This is not about anybody hating white women. And if you think that that's your white fragility, and you're using that as a tool alongside your white privilege to reinstate the white racial equilibrium, we're not going to do that here. We don't do that here.
I don't have anything to say except we've been new. We know under a system of white supremacy who is the most dangerous. This is not a trend. Look under the sound. This is not a trend. This is just our lives.
Now, this has got nothing to do with hating white women. I have to obviously put that out there because there was going to be one, I don't know who, Susan, that's going to just be upset. But this trend on TikTok, I think, is actually very scary. I think it's extremely scary. I don't think any of this is a joke. I'm not laughing because this is not funny to me. But over the last year, TikTok has seen its fair share of, dangerous and potentially disastrous trends. This particular one has sparked widespread critique, where white women pretend to cry before stopping and smiling. The sound which inspired the trend includes the line "turn it off," after which the music cuts. When it comes back in again, the crying woman immediately stops before smirking at the camera. Some of the videos are accompanied by captions about which star signs can flip emotions. Others are intended as an acting challenge. Whilst they may have innocuous intentions, the videos are being condemned as a stark reminder of the way white women weaponize fake tears to accuse and vilify black and brown individuals. In a video stitched with one of the fake crying writers, writer Imani Barbarin responds saying, "I don't have anything to say except we've been new." She says, "We know under a system of white supremacy who is the most dangerous. This is not a trend, this is just our lives." Farida has said, "The way white women weaponize their tears is the scariest, most dangerous thing ever. I don't think a lot of white women understand that a lot of black people are most scared of them than anyone else." Examples of white women weaponizing their false victimhood against black people span centuries. In 1995, Emmett Till, a 14-year-old black boy, was lynched in Mississippi. 1995? I thought this happened a while ago. 1995. 1995. I thought this happened, I don't know why I thought this was in the 1960s. This happened in 1995. Emmett Till, a 14-year-old black boy, was lynched in Mississippi after being accused of offending a white woman in her family's grocery store. Just last year, Amy Cooper called the police on Christian Cooper, a black man who was birdwatching in Central Park, after falsely accusing him of threatening her. These stories have been going on. There's back to back, whether it be something from last year, whether it be something from a while ago, which is why the term Karen has been adopted, because you're seeing stuff like this very common. This happens on a very regular basis.
Turn it off.
And trends like this are not helpful. They're very scary and actually exposing a lot of these individuals for what they can do. When it's so easy for them to call the police, call these institutional, vile, systemic racist systems on black and brown individuals, complain, add that sprinkling of emotions and crying, and then suddenly switch it all off at the point of whenever you wish to, because that person has got whatever you wanted them to get, and they will suffer so much for it. One thing that really bothers me, especially in the US, is when it comes to people being incarcerated for weed. I find it to be absolutely pathetic, dehumanizing, and awfully racist. Just an example of institutional, racism and judiciary racism, where you have so many white people who are gallivanting all over social media talking about their new weed-based systems and how they have these new weed dispensaries, new businesses coming out showing videos of how they make it, what they mix together, what strand is this and everything, a whole creative process for them. But then we have a black and brown individual who is jailed, currently still in jail for 15 15+ years, some even lifetime, for just having a little bit of weed on them. Small things like this really irk me because they're not small at all, but they appear small to us via social media. But stuff like this is so stark. The contrast here is disgusting. The police are not here for black and brown people. They are not here to defend us. They only like to defend white people. Now, that may not be every single policeman, evidently, obviously, but the stats, the statistics all add up to it. The factual information is all there for you to see, to know that these systems are not here for black and brown individuals. They're violent. They work on nothing but disgusting, violent stereotypes. And, you know, the majority of people in these prisons, an example is in France, the majority of them are Muslim people. Why are they in the majority in these prisons? Because it's a form of control, a form of slavery, a form of, you know, degradation. And it just, there's so many branches of this. I don't even know how big the tree would even be. But stuff like this, it's very common, guys. They're just willingly going on TikTok to show you the reality of what they do, and to show you how they can sit there and cry and laugh, and then laugh about it a minute afterwards, when you're messing with people's lives, their livelihood, what they like. This is somebody's life. I don't think these trends are funny. I think the people that are making these trends and doing it are literally, you know, so tone deaf. They don't see how it's a huge slap in the face for people. And, you know, yes, they may have innocuous intentions. I don't even think any one of these girls were doing it, you know, to make a mockery. Definitely not. Perhaps they saw it as an acting challenge, or some kind of relationship broke up with Brad or Richard. But at the same time, it is very tone deaf, because majority of these girls are from America. There's a violent history over there of stuff like this. Emmett Till is just one of many. There's many other cases, and even up until the last couple of years. And I'm sure they know of this if they're reminded of this, but they didn't really care about any of it because it doesn't affect their livelihood. It doesn't affect them. It doesn't their thinking reach is capped because they're not affected by this stuff. They have to be reminded by it. And this is how a lot of white people live, guys, that when it comes to stuff like racism and colorism and whatever, they're not affected by any of this. So they don't even talk about stuff like this. Oftentimes I find that when I am with my black and brown individuals and we're chilling and we're having fun or whatever, we do have conversations of race. And I just also think about it, if it was a group of white girls and guys, do you think they're really going to be sitting there talking about racism? Hell to the damn no. Hell to the damn no. Like, they don't talk about any of that type of stuff because they're not affected by it. And it's just crazy when I think about that. They don't talk about stuff like that because they don't need to. It's not a battle for them. It's not a struggle for them. They don't care about it. Like, realistically speaking, they don't care about something that they don't experience because they don't even know how to even discuss it, even if they did. If it's just solely a group of them. And I just find that to be just sad. That's just the word of the video. It's just sad, sad, sad. Anyways, these girls are absolutely tone deaf. This video I've gone on for a little bit longer than normal because I feel like I just wanted to. I'm compelled to talk about the subject because this stuff does bother me, because I feel like the repercussions of what these people do to black and brown individuals and how they suffer in these institutional systems by these people, as you can hear in the background, running around with this violent based system, and how they oppress people, is disgustingly sad. Disgustingly sad. Like, I just have no words. But I just wanted to speak about this because this trend, it really rattled my spirit when I was seeing this, especially with the music behind it. And it's like, turn it off. It's like, you know, that's it now. I've done my job. The intention, the objective is done. That's it. I'm now the innocent victim. You know, when it comes to white women, they are continuously portrayed as if you need to protect them. They are the innocent, you know, image of a lady, of a woman, and that, you know, and anybody and everybody should protect them. It's very dangerous, and these are you know, stereotypes. These are, you know, history. Like, it's all there for you to see. None of this is not fact or something that has happened in the past. So don't be ignorant and pretend that this is just nonsense that's been made out of air, because I just hate it. I hate ignorance. Let me know what your thoughts are when it comes to this, guys. Subscribe to the channel, click that button for daily and consistent content, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.